highest number.
Yeah, I think they were definitely duking it out in both the halves, being those yard defenders and lurkers in certain scenarios right there. Now, Party Astronauts have opted to start on the CT side here. That means the attacking side of Imperial will be how they kick this off. Now, certain things that may play into factors of what you were talking about, seeing Fer get involved in the mix, may even be spawns, right? Long spawns on Dust2. It's something that a lot of teams like to take just to apply a lot of pressure towards that side of the map. But here we go. We're getting this one underway. Party Astronauts taking on Imperial. And this one's for the major. Loser goes down to the 2-2. Winner locks themselves in for Antwerp in a couple of weeks' time. And I'm sure Party Astronauts would love to get themselves there. It would mean the absolute world to these boys. So emotion at an all-time high in the server has fallen towards Long. Lots of nades on his back. It's just for info, just to see if they're playing Long. And yeah, he gets the info. He also gets some damage. Nade on the toes.
Yeah, now they're going to swing out Long. Ben Lee already taking up position inside the pit. Help coming from his teammates. The flash is going to keep them back, but Ben Lee still tucked in this corner. His teammates playing from car. FNX clears it out, but Fer goes down, and FNX spins for a second kill of the pistol.
Okay, well, exchange going in the favor of Imperial early, but they're going to tuck tail and immediately rotate around the map. Still residing on the B bomb site towards the back of Plat will be Viz. USP trained. Kevlar to protect him, and the rotation point's quite far away. DJ has now slinked on down towards the CT spawn position. And they're going to clear out mid together. Viz is going to contribute. He's now taking himself out of the site. Now, with the utility remains, it is a Molotov and a smoke. A door smoke would be perfect here. It means that Viz will only be able to contest from window, but he's actually just pushed back in. Remember, DJ's close too. The molly towards back of Plat is the biggest drama he has to worry about here.
Viz is just waiting for the time to peek up. His head will go over the top, and
FNX
no longer attached. And now, well, Viz will be forced out of play. Vinny's kill removes the need for the molly, and DJ is trying to hold from the side. He's done very well to get another.
How's he alive?
He's still alive.
Oh, DJ!
And DJ's just holding down the fort. He's bought enough time for the rotation back from Jonji. He's going to go into the mine camps. He's gone quickly towards the door. Vinny forced off the plant, and Vinny into the fight. 15 seconds left. Jonji should play with him, and he's gone in for the headshot. At Party Astronauts have the pistol, and it's done in style from DJ in the hold.
I can't believe he survived. He had no ammo left. He looks at the ground, he gets to live, and he gets a second. What a play right there from DJ. Check it out. No ammo. They're not shooting. They're not even taking a fight against him. Steps on up and takes out Bolts. What a miraculous 2 kills there.
He just puts his head down. Just tucks the head down. That buys so much time for Jonji to get back over as well. And he can immediately force in to fight against Vinny. Imperial, it was such a good start to the pistol. FNX had all the kills. But now they're down to the Scout and the P250s, a Deagle in the mix. Party Astronauts looking to get off to a good start.
I still can't believe that. Like, in that environment, just not getting run on down. You think Imperial will have that round locked. But they've tagged up DJ early on the cross. He's got one of the M4s in play, the only M4 in play. Forces in the mix, an MP9 and a Scout, and up short they've gone. Some legs spotted on the cross here. Pone alone. The Scout at top A has smoked them off for now, and not going to hang around and play behind this. Just going to take their time, Imperial, hoping the push is coming elsewhere. They have a smoke, a flash, and a HE. Now, if they want to set up for a mid to B, that appears to be the conversation right here, right now. The smoke towards spawn. Wait, hold up a second. They've actually left the smoke on Vinny here, who's staying short. He can do this late, but they're playing 2 in the site. This fight from Fer on the Scout towards the back of Plat, it's going to be a big one. Oh, he's repositioned. And they've smoked it off again. And he even gets a kill. Okay, that looked threatening for a moment, but dealt with 30 seconds now, and questions have to be asked. Jonji's answering them.
Jonji's just flanking around the back. He spotted Vinny walk through the mid doors.
See ya, Vinny.
Yeah, good night.
And they know it's B.
DJ.
This is a lockout.
Easily just locking this one down. He's even got his teammate over towards Car, and Jonji, he's just running up through the lower tunnel. He'll happily collect that, and now FNX is deep. Unable to get much done, and Jonji off to 3 already. 2-0 start for Astronauts, and that was a little bit of an investment there. Not really getting anywhere for the side of Imperial.
No, not at all. Not at all. And what is this purchase coming on through? I thought that was just a light, but I thought that was the Force. Guess not. We're going to see some AKs come out now. Bolts is going to do the same. A Scout for Fallen here as well. So that very light investment without any kills. It doesn't matter. Imperial is still into the rifles here. Huge round for Astronauts now. boosted up, covering for this lower push. We saw this just the other day. Nobody being able to tick their way on through, and they can set up for a bit of a B pounce here early. Fallen. Looks like he wants to line up the Xbox smoke here. We'll deploy it. 3 players through the upper tunnels is the new established default on the map ever since the door change, just to fortify and make sure the lower dark pushes are held at bay. Nade over the top for any short progressors. Isn't going to find a lick of damage there, and starting to trundle on up, and the fight is coming their way. Smoked off towards short. Is going to deny them for now. Very transitional here from the Astronauts early.
The molly goes through the door to clear out close position. Imperial looking to be methodical as they look to take catwalk. That is the default point complete once they take cat control. Flash to be set up for Fallen. To peek into this is Vinny. And he clear out short. No one really contesting here.
Yeah, that was a well-timed nade, but it didn't actually do a whole lot of damage there. The nade came in response to the flash, and it's flushing them back towards B. And once again, they're in this 2-man setup tight towards the site. The doors are being covered off by DJ. Pone alone in the back with the scout. And it's such fantastic use of the utility. That's landed at about 35 seconds. They're going to have to go with 15 seconds left on the clock.
Pone alone.
He still has a Molotov as well.
Yeah,
another smoke.
Toss it down.
Denied.
Smoke comes in. 20 seconds. Imperial are going to run out of time, and they realize now, get the flashes out. We have to run through this smoke. And there goes the incendiary down. So if they run out, they have to go into the fire. It is an absolute mess here for Imperial. And it's even worse now. Their blood decorates the floor. It's all being shut down by the scout of Pone alone. And on the way out, Fallen hits the deck to the P250. It is Vinny with the AK as they now swarm him from the lower tunnels.
He's going to die after time.
He's going to die after the time. It's a nightmare. $350 left. This is a terrible start for Imperial, their map pick. 1 map down already, and the worst start possible.
Jonji's fired up, and for a reason. What a start. The perfect utility usage right there. No pressure across the map. Going through the paces, defaulting, and expecting the respect of the utility to come their way. That's not at all. That's not at all. Party Astronauts, they call the bluff. They hold on to those smokes, and now they walk into the next round with 4 bloody AKs.
Yeah, and their economy, it's messed up, right? For the future of this is going to be so rough for Imperial. It's going to be a wasted few rounds trying to get that buy back. Viz tagging them up as they try and go in towards short. It is quick from Imperial to take this initial control.
They rotate back. It is just pistols alone here as Jonji positions himself towards Goose. He's tucked in time. He spots one, steps out, spams, and goes down.
A little bit of an overcommitment there for Jonji. Pone alone now has to hold it back and decide potential opening here. Oh, and these are the kind of mistakes.
Not like this.
They can let Imperial back into this.
Fur's going to have one here on the flank too. Look at DJ. No idea. No idea. Not accounting for it at all.
Well, Ben Leet looks to try and recover this mess. Oh! Okay, bolts. Lightning bolt to the head of Ben Leet.
What a rubbish round to lose after a perfect in the previous. Now they have to save. They do find Fur. It is a 3-on-2. Maybe they want to go for this.
Yeah, they have a lot of time here, Chad. And Vinny's up towards short. He could go down very quickly with his flash play. This is going to be right in towards him, but so smart to go for the proactive push before the flash comes in and puts it all down to DJ.
This will be some clutch.
Yeah, he's got the molly.
Time's a problem here. I don't know if he can go for this.
Yeah, it is a big problem now. And fall into the headshot. Well, it was a nightmare start for Imperial. Luckily, a little bit of a dream round picked up here. And it comes back to that start from Georgia, I think, Chad. Just that swing out from Goose.
Yeah, you can see it's the tiniest of details that are going to come back to bite you in a game like this. You start perfectly, the confidence, it's flowing, and then you take a risk, and this is how you get punished. So the peek out from Jonji, he didn't need to go for that fight. Then, Pone alone, attempting to take the fight on his own. Every single one of these duels, almost untradeable until the final. But back into this double AWPs brought out here. Ben, only going to have a pistol here in the push, and almost a double!
Well, Pone alone, he's come out with it. The damage done on the bolts. Couldn't quite get the kill on the follow-up at G. But the advantage is already collected for Party Astronauts.
These rounds, there's so much in this for the Party Astronauts. And I know that this is still so early in map number 2. But every single one that they convert right here gets them closer to that 16 mark, gets them closer to that major position. And it feels real good to qualify for a major. Peppering through the smoke, hoping to find somebody. Long control has been granted. They have 2 smokes for the cross.
Bolters here atop mid to watch for the aggressive stance. He will be able to peek out. Jonji goes down. Does this accelerate the long play forward? for Imperial. They're going to force bolts. Ooh, how is he alive? Utility's just being thrown towards him on a 13 HP. He's still up.
They're still pushing in his direction. Should be clear in this one. DJ, you can't give away another death here. They do eventually remove bolts from the equation, and they didn't have enough smokes because bolts had the second smoke for the cross.
Yeah, the cross is now being watched by the AWP.
Legs.
And the leg shot. Lucky that for Imperial, but Pwn alone will be able to follow up this time, getting the pick on Vinny.
Good
DJ's
flank
on
here.
the flank around the backside. The AK is being watched by Fallen, but does he expect him to be deep on the right side? He's got the angle nonetheless, and now looks away. DJ will have heard that scope. 25 seconds. Now Viz joins him. Imperial have to get on towards the side. It is planted. Fallen now looks towards long. Information picked up. Swing out from DJ, and now they spot the last player. It's FNX who will be taken down from short side. Ben Leet gets them back on the board. A nightmare in the last round for Party Astronauts, but they reply instantaneously.
Yeah, they recover this one, and I think that this conversation right now is about the double AWP. They're going to find the secondary AWP here. Vizzes went down towards the door, so they're going to pick that up. Ponalone almost had the double there with the short aggress, so the AWPs were being felt in this one here. So beautiful stuff. 2 kills for Ponalone in a round like that. There was a leg shot that came into the mix as well. The plant is good for Imperial, and they can continue to progress and be aggressive. That was the almost double. This was good heads-up play here, knowing that the rest of the team was out towards long. Another good shot there from Ponalone. It gets sketchy here for a minute, but DJ rights the ship, gets the kill, and allows Ben to isolate the fight onto FNX. AWP for Fallen here. Galil in the hands of Fur, but the buy is still there. Imperial, every round that slips on past, they're going to be feeling maybe this is the 2-0 against them. Fallen flashed. He's going to push. He's out. He has the grounds now. 4 players can retain this long control as Ponalone will smoke his own Xbox. That's going to enable him to continue the mid control.
You know, Fallen taking matters into his own hands, leading the charge, trying to crack this one open. And the flash forward has actually forced the angle off of Ben Leet and given space for Fur to move up.
This is quick here. Ben might get overwhelmed. They might just flash and go. They will. It's on the cross. Ben's called it now. He's in no man's land. Needs help.
He's back again. Now smoke goes down to give him a bit more time. If they throw mollies in, it won't be effective in forcing him out. And he now gets a wider angle to throw utility into the side himself. FNX is down for trying to push forward and actually catches a position to take down Ponalone. But look at Bolt on the other side of things. He's even getting a flank going. And in tandem with Fur, he'll take 2 kills. And now Jonji hits the deck. It's just one left. It's Ben Lead in the 1 versus 3. And this will be immense if he can get into a position that even looks winnable. And that is unlikely. Shut down. Vinny with the headshot. Imperial get another round win.
Yeah, just flanks on flanks there. Fur took a lot of space. I don't know if the call was to scale that quickly, but he decided that's what was happening. And the fact they do it on the flash, they don't have the tells right there. Utility was being held onto to deal with that. So they need to take a breath right now, Party Astronauts. The game is getting away from them here in terms of the pace department. They just weren't ready for that maneuver whatsoever. Ben's forced in. I think the rest of the team should follow next round to play 1900 loss bonus. So they are going to take a timeout to discuss how threatening they can be in a round like this. With 1900 as the loss bonus into the next, Viz would be out of buy. Ponalone would be the same. DJ and Jonji would be close. But Ben has already invested and you can't take that one back. So the score could quickly become a 4-4 tied up in the mix here. They are having a big conversation about this one in the timeout. We are now into regulation freeze time, ticking on down. 10 seconds remaining, and okay, it looks like they are investing. Viz into an MP9. Jonji's purchased up with a Deagle as well. DJ and Ponalone are making the decisions last minute. It's Ponalone into the Swag 7 again here.
Oh, yes. We'll see if he can get anything done. Oh, Fallen off his teammate's head for the boost.
Yeah, because they consistently do this boost, it makes Lower Dark almost a no-go zone. But it also takes out some potency with their long takes. Fallen can't be in 2 places at once. And if Astronauts want to push that issue, they can start to understand that scenario. Up close towards Dark with the CZ will be DJ. In the back of the site is Viz. Now, the weapons for the job, they have to hope that they can lure Imperial all the way in before they give over the fights. You don't have the weapons for the range jewels. Oh, wow. Double tag there. Just down to 49 is Fallen. The jump with the swag here wouldn't be too shabby and would be a stylish way to kick this one off.
Vinny, smoke fades at the end of the tunnel. Perhaps the light at the end of the tunnel here as DJ swings into the open.
Just dinked him.
Vinny is the walking wounded. Viz will take up position at the back of the site. The smoke keeping him alive, preserving him on life support for the time being, but eventually they'll have to shut it off, and Viz swings into the wide, and Vinny, well, he's ready. A second headshot collected, and yeah, these pistols, couple of damage pieces here and there, but Mainly being recovered here for Imperial.
Yeah, a couple of moments there, wasn't there? Another head spotted. Fur going to tickle on down onto Jonji.
Oh.
Nice shot from Fur, and they're going to deal with this force by no dramas as you like. Just FNX to spot out the final. A couple of speculative shots on through to punch him down to 92, but here comes the flank. The coffin will be long for Pone alone. We'll have to fight his way forward.
I like how he's softening him up with a pistol and each peek out and getting closer and closer so the Mag 7 becomes a bit more potent, but that flank is coming. And the spam is trying to distract, and yeah, he's going to be pulled. His attention looks the wrong way. Fur comes in. Well played from Imperial, keeping it clean.
And this is the recovery right now. Imperial, great stuff out of them. Going to get the scoreline tied up to a 4-4 because the full eco has to come on through. Now, how often do we see this mid boost? I mentioned makes lower dark a no-go zone. Fallen has a bit more of a B-centric spawn right now. FNX and Fur the closest towards mid and long at the current juncture. Not a single purchase coming on through just yet. Under the side of things from the party astronauts, and because the lost bonus 2,400 into the next, they do need to keep this one conservative. They've actually thrown the AWP across and late to the peak, and a couple of fumbles there, but still going to get the tag on DJ on the cross. So quick reactions from Fur.
It's a nice shot. There absolutely should be nothing happening here in the round for party astronauts. And
Yeah, if they win this, well, sorry, not if they win. If they get a kill or two, that's a win, is
Yeah,
where
absolutely.
I wanted to take this.
Yeah. For Imperial at this point, this is a great recovery. That looked like a scary start to the game, right? It had an opportunity for a potential 5-0 start again from party astronauts. There's that one kill. Now they double peek. Oh, all right, Vinny, that's lovely. He's taking down 3 like that.
And there's an AWP top mid as well, so... Oh, I was going to say they could go and get guns in both of their hands, but this is now being accounted for here. You can see FNX just keeping the AWP as a keepsake of round number 8, making sure they remember how this one went down. He's found another and likely knows where both are now. Oh, that's a nice shot from FNX through the door. AWP will be found, and yeah, you're right, the recovery. And I think Vinny is the one who's recovering in a big way. He has 11 kills now. He died after time, and that's where I think we proclaimed it was a bit of a nightmare scenario going on, and it was. So it is still early stages. Imperial could be set for a big bag of rounds here on their T-Hall.
But it could be stopped here again. Party astronauts have got the rifles out. They don't have that AWP in the hands of Pone alone. He has been effective. Once again, fallen onto the same boost, watching for the cross.
They're smoking doors now.
Having to spawn some PC utility out, and Ben Leet goes aggressive, crossing the pit, nearly gets a chance onto Fur, but just the 1-for-1. And that gives control of long to Imperial. They'll take that.
Yeah, that is wild that poor Ben's out there fighting alone. Obviously, that was the call to not contest with 3 bodies, as you would traditionally see here. So now they're going to have to mop up the mess in a 4-on-4 situation with plenty of time left on the clock. Remember, no AWPs to hold down these longer corridors. So they are playing Pone alone over towards short. On the CT ramp is Viz. And trying to cover off mid is Jonji, which means poor DJ is on an absolute island here. What is Pone alone doing? Can we go back to that? Oh, never mind. He was not doing anything fun. I thought he looked like he was doing something fun for a second there.
What was he doing, Chad?
I thought he was sliding up the wall, but he's all good.
It's like floating.
Yeah, it's my eyes. I'm seeing things, but I'm not seeing this. Back towards B. This is the real deal. 50 seconds, 3 in the upper tunnels. FNX still outside long. The timing on this smoke of DJ is everything.
He's had some big rounds in this B site already. They're not coming towards him.
This is interesting. Very interesting indeed. So down through lower, is it a short play? Is it a mid to B?
Well, given usually mid to B would have at least 1 player up in towards the tunnels, right? So yeah, it is curious what they're going to pull off here.
20 seconds here.
Not a lot of time. It feels like it has to be B now, right?
20 seconds.
Oh, there's the peek from Fallen. That's going to take Viz out. Now they do go up to B, up through the ramp, and DJ, he turns, but he's not going to get a single kill. That's the round done.
I don't think Party Astronauts could quite believe their eyes in all of this here.
So
what did we just lose to? 3 players walked out mid to B on contact. They had full long control. And that's going to be the 5th for Imperial.
Strange round.
Yeah, well, if it works, it works. That's a bit odd right there, isn't it? And DJ still had that smoke, so I don't think the information was all there because he could have smoked off doors, he could have stayed alive, and as we were discussing, you would always be expecting a player through the upper tunnels. So an odd one there will win Imperial their 5th. It doesn't matter how you get them on the board, but Pone alone attempting to save this over towards Goose.
So problems now for Party Astronauts are, right, you're not really winning that long control, so you might have to commit more resources there early, but then again, now you've seen that mid is a weakness and there's some holes there. You are going to be spread thin. Pone alone would love to save this rifle. They're putting some pressure on him on the way out. Nice. They will find him with the itchy.
Yeah, good stuff there from Bolts. making sure that nothing is retained. And it should be another half-buy round here from the Party Astronauts. Next round will be the max loss bonus into the bank balance. So here they can invest into a bit of a half-buy scenario. Some scouts, one of which has already been bought by Jonji. Would be nice to find some tags. But they need to start getting a bit of wraps on the way that Imperial are approaching the map now. You've got two ways of doing that. You can start dictating the flow of the play by taking aggressive maneuvers like they did with the double AWPs. Or you can sit on back and hope that you can have more fantastic utility usage late to make Imperial look a little bit silly. Now Fallen, not afraid to take the fights. Nice shot. Jonji's scout dropped. Okay, big bangers.
All right, DJ scratches Bolt's discs and now heads back. It is going to be Fur through mid, making the proactive play to remove Pwn alone.
I think he probably wanted that scout, didn't he? They will get it up. DJ runs across and finds it. FNX doesn't leave long, does he? He knows what his job is on the team. He said, listen, mate, you're going to watch the long push.
And it's the most boring role in the default possible, right?
On both sides, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the long anchor, you get action if they rush. On the T side, you just sit there and you call out utility. So,
but they're essential. They really are essential. Extremity control important here on Dust2. Most of the fun goes down in the mid area. But it looks like B this time is the point of contact. Fizz! Oh, misses a few shots. Hard to recover the Deagle after you've whiffed a few.
Yeah, I don't see Ben getting much done here. Deagle and a smoke.
6 rounds for Imperial then, and yeah, I mean, this T-side start, think back to how this campaign got started. It was a pistol buy, right? They have P250s, couple of Deags, a little overextension for Party Astronauts. It's an opportunity back into play here for the first half of Imperial.
I would like to see this one go down on Inferno, because I think both teams quite like the map, which would mean we get a bit of a banger as the third, and
all best of 3s ended Inferno.
Yeah, well,
great ones at least.
And I think the fact that this is for the major would be nice.
Yeah,
it would be nice, right?
Fight
to see
for
these
it.
teams have to actually go through the paces a little bit. You don't want to see a blowout in this type of environment. Now, I'm just going to go over and scoot on over to check out what's been going on that secondary scenario.
Poor Ben. I don't know if he's going to keep this AK. He's going to try. He's got a white knuckle grip on it at the moment, and swings wide for the peak. Oh, nearly gets a lineup of 2, but FNX will actually get a pick. So that's going to be a kill. AK not brought over to the next one. Imperial, for the first time, really, feeling
under the pump.
Yeah, you know, they're actually getting some game flow. I mean, if you think over to Nuke, they never really got a flow state going.
Yeah, what was the most consecutive rounds you think they posted? It must have been 2 or 3.
2 or 3, yeah, max,
right?
Yeah.
And now it's 5. So
they're on fire.
Yeah, definite change of tune around here. And having an AWPer like Fallen, who's always going to contest this position in middle, will force the CTs to burn a smoke early. So that's one of the factors by using that boost. They will now smoke out Xbox. They're doing the 3 players up through the tunnels. And it will often be Fallen on the head of FNX, because the other 3 are patrolling here through the tunnels to make sure that the lower dark is covered on off. U2 dropped out, and looking like they want to set their sights on B here early, Dinko. The bomb in upper dark. Even just looking for a pick, Pwn alone towards back of platform. We've seen this before where they just try and walk Vinny, and it's an interesting way to approach the B-bomb site. FNX is coming over too, so this is almost a given. Is he going to stay? Oh, he does.
Oh. Pwn looks up. Oh, gets
Nice
twitted
shot.
out by Bolts. And now the charge into B might work out. DJ, he's going to be tasked with holding from car. It's a difficult position to really get the most out of it when it comes to multi-kills. But luckily, Viz has come over to try and help him out. DJ has to get a pick here. Flash is good. Still able to recover. Now drops back in, and Viz is helping him out. They're shutting it down. Fallen, at least fighting back. It's one on Viz as the AWP looks to lurk over the top, but just can't get the fight. Still a bit of time here. Desperately, Fallen is waiting for his teammate to come back and help. That smoke fades away. A door missed shot from Fallen. And it is for elsewhere that had gone down before. So Party Astronauts at least tasting that victory again and put an end to the streak of round wins for Imperial.
I was just having a look on the radar while that was going down. There was still a fight where it could have gone wrong, and that was Jonji off action getting the kill onto Fur, right? Because if that one goes in the favor of Fur towards lower tunnels, then you're right. He can get over there, still help out Fallen, and make this one a bit of a round hit. But back into the winning ways. But how long can this last? Whoever wins this round is going to force the other into a financial bit of woe into the next. A bit of a crisis. It's not 2008 anymore. I'm sure we're due another one soon.
Feels like we've had a lot of crisis over the last few years.
Yeah, global situations. They've been out of plenty.
Well, the North American Counter-Strike crisis might be resolved. The Party Astronauts can head to the major.
Yeah, this will solve all the problems.
Yeah.
This will be it. There'll be no more issues.
The world will be
Think
fine.
about this was the off action, right? Fur looking the wrong way, right? So not ready for a great little replay there. But yeah, I think Party Astronauts will quite literally save all of North American Counter-Strike with this one win.
So we talk about the American dream. Let's talk about the Counter-Strike dream. It is
That's
being
true.
a team who can go put together a roster, go through the open qualifiers, and make the major without the backing of an organization.
But
and
this
this
is
could
the
inspire
thing.
players.
Yeah, exactly. This is quite truly the situation here. Valve have in place a system where if you qualify without you're going to get all the money from the stickers. You guys split it 5, 6 ways. Yeah, don't forget about the coach. I'm sure you got some support there as well from other members. But yeah, it's
Yeah, that guy.
It's all justified, right? I'm sure there was someone taking some photos, doing some socials, making a tweet or two.
Yeah, whoever made the jerseys for them, obviously.
That's true. Maybe it's one of their mums.
Yeah, maybe. The mum's just knitting it or stitching it together at night. It's a true team.
Lots of B plays and mid to Bs from Imperial, and this boost towards CT spawn is beautiful. Viz will have this elevated angle Fur to worm his way out the mid doors. All 5 members currently for Imperial over towards the B side of the map. Parked in upper dark, they will still have to deal with 2. The lockdown of the B site. This time it is DJ with the Pwn alone in a similar setup. The crisscross smokes Viz. He's going to lose a bit more vision. Less first scales. Window smoke. Flash. Mollied out of position. Good shot from Pwn alone.
Now he has to focus on the tunnels as well. He has got his teammate playing behind Car, but FNX coming to clear it, but DJ will best him in the duel. And now Pwn alone at the back of the site. Picks up another one with the AWP. It's down to 2 single players for Imperial to try and work their way through this B site, and they still have to deal with a Car.
2 on 2.
Yeah, they found those kills, and now it's back to an equilibrium. Viz tries to peek out. Commitment to the plant is difficult here, but Ben the lead, he's got the timing. Fallen not looking the right way, but Bolts is holding it. He still goes down, and now Fallen caught between a rock and a hard place, and they will bash him and smash him and take the round.
Almost out of control. They look great on the entries. Pwn alone swings out window, gets the opener, but they battle it back. They get the bomb down, and that might be just enough to see Imperial buy again. Cash for the likes of Fur and FNX and AWP can be dropped across to Fallen. They can continue to be threatening here, not letting off the gas, but we get a bit more of a game this time. Round 6-6, we're all tied up as we look down the tail end of this first half of play.
And it comes back to the point where, yes, Imperial recover the first couple of rounds. They make a competitive half out of this, but if they go into the second half without the sting of picking up another, this could have Party Astronauts mentality in a good spot.
I think yesterday, right, and I don't want to dwell on this for too long. Let's focus in on the opening fight here. They've been smoked off, so denied. But like, the more we get into this game, the emotions for Party Astronauts are what they will need to keep a lid on. The closer they get to that 16 mark, it's about not letting that boil over, not letting them lose to that emotion, because it sounds crazy to say that, but this is going to mean so much. Here they come again. B, one more time.
Rinse and repeat. The B site tested yet again, but DJ, he's passed with flying colors with 1. Viz swings out from the window, so 2 for 1. Party Astronauts picking it apart. They're even ready for Vinny in mid. It's just a single player left, and it's all done. They've shut it down again.
Why this B bomb site time and time again? Is it because they're not getting the long spawns? Remember, they were getting out long earlier.
Yeah, it feels like this is a little strange, right? They had a couple of successes towards long. It's Ben Leet there alone. They haven't gone back there time and time again.
It will change. It will change. It has to. It can't be back towards B anymore, and they're actually buying in again. Bolts into an AK, some Tech 9s. Remember when they had the success on the pistols where they just scaled up short and Jonji over peaks? And then the dominoes, the house of cards, it all comes crumbling down. I think Imperial think they can manufacture that again. Immediate Xbox smoke. 1 towards long.
Too long this time with the CTs.
Oh, you're right. Okay, well, they've been able to manufacture a smoke wall. They were worried about the fast long there. You can see the 2 smokes on the radar up short. This is where the issues came in before. The rotation isn't going to be back quick enough. Are they happy to play retake here? That means that Jonji will have to concede the site. He will have to stay long with Ben. They're out.
The Ben can take one.
Dinked.
Oh, he has been dinked and put under pressure, but that just sets up Jonji. And Jonji will remove Fallen, but first on the goddamn site, he's found him looking the wrong way. Couple of kills here for Imperial, and now, well, it's that Party Astronauts down to 3 players.
This A bomb site just feels so much more susceptible. Imperial, you've been just knocking on the wrong door. The answers have been here all along, and now Bolts, the madman, on an absolute flank to lock this round down and tie things up 7 apiece. Nobody's accounting for it. Nobody's looking.
He's creeping closer and closer with vicious intent. He's in behind them. He has them lined up. Assassination to the first, and Bolts will stay alive. It's going to set up distraction. It's going to set up a waste of time, and Viz has gone back, but another one found. Time not enough. And Viz has to concede. Oh, this is a nightmare again, Imperial. This short play keeps working for them.
Yeah, this is excruciating right now for the Party Astronauts. Jonji literally had no idea, or maybe he did. He had no option of the way to respond to that. That should have been Party Astronauts getting up to 8 and winning out the half here, and now they're the ones with the bad bye going into the final round of the first half. A timeout called, a conversation to be had, but this is a leaky ship on that A bomb site. Bit of frustration has to be starting to play into things here because that one just feels like it slipped through their fingers. 2 of the 7 rounds they've lost have been to these bad buys. And that's just because they're either over-peaking or not watching the choke points correctly.
And it stifled their potential to have an incredibly convincing CT side, right? They could be easily in the double figures if they hadn't dropped these rounds. So, Party Astronauts, frustrating stuff. And we'll see what Imperial can come up with their newfound life. They want to close this half ahead. Take a look at the buy for Party Astronauts in just a little bit. It is not exactly pretty. They do have some premium weapons, but they will have some weaknesses. You can see now on that board what we've got available. 7-7, last round of the first half here on Dust2. If you are just tuning in, a major spot in the line. And a quick play from Bolts out long.
Okay, well, they've started hitting the appropriate side of the map at least. Viz on his lonesome over towards B right now as Ponalone gravitating towards mid with that AWP. They've put the anchor of FNX on the other side of the map now, so he watches long, and now he watches upper tunnels. But this is the crawl up long here. DJ, careful on the swing on out. Spots Bolts.
Chance that. Unfortunately not landing it. Tried to recover. It was directly on, but not quick enough. Now FNX, the patience pays off. The soldier finds himself the headshot. Now Astronauts. Well, they've got 3 players left. It's not looking great here. Ponalone taking significant damage through that CT crossbow. And then Nid will follow him into the elevator. So now we're looking to 2 players left to try and stand tall. Make it just John G.
Well, he's not being cleared. So
it hasn't.
If we're looking for a positive, that's about it.
Yeah.
He's about to be cleared. Now look at Vinny glued into the position. We'll get the kill, and it's a clean sweep. 8 rounds now for the Brazilian side. Imperial. There's some life left here. This is a competitive matchup. Inferno as the 3rd if we do require it. And you love to see it. You love to see it.
For Party Astronauts, at this point, you just have to... Obviously, those 2 rounds they lost in the first half are going to be tilting. They're going to be in the back of your head. But you just have to force it out now. Just force your way into the second half. It's a different half. You have this reset. But they will certainly plague their mind for at least a few more moments.
Well, you know, the best place to do it, it would start with a pistol win now. On the first half of play, Party Astronauts picked up a pistol that they probably shouldn't have. DJ with a miraculous double where he was out of ammo, still finds the second. Now it's a chance here to continue those winning ways and level things back up to an 8-8.
Util available here for Vinny.
Oh,
and it's a great lower tunnel play. About to meet 1 player head on, and that's Viz tasked with dealing with this, and he won't be able to do so. They split through the tunnels. In fact, everybody really, apart from 1 on the A side of the map of Vinny, pushing through that way.
They need to be quick here, and Vinny has been spotted on the jump. The space needs to be taken on A, and it needs to be taken now. The rotation is coming from Imperial fast.
Yeah, Vinny can slow this down if he can buy some time. All his teammates are going to be back here, falling.
Oh!
Taking 1, Vinny with a headshot. He's found another. Vinny out to the left side, and now Ponalone thrust into the clutch alone. Back-to-back clean rounds for Imperial.
Beautiful stuff. Really good stuff right there. The lower duck push with the 2-man crunch through upper. They get that tunnels control. They scramble appropriately. And if you're Astronauts, you only have 1 option. It's to rush in towards A. If you go back all the way to tunnels, you try and play out the mid-round, it's going to be hard to isolate all of those fights. They're going to get themselves up into a pretty situation to contend for that double digits because the Astronauts are not buying. They're going to bend the knee. They're going to give over this round. And just some Glocks. A Eagle for John G. They're not the most threatening of sides here. Fur, aggressive, smells blood in the water. Peppers down John G. The Deagle gone already. How many more can he get? Not wanting to relent is Fur's fight. Has seen enough, has done enough, and well, now he drops on back into a bit more of a passive stance.
DJ in the mix with the Eagle for happily collecting a couple. Ponalone and DJ fall victim to it. Bolt's now moving his way through the tunnels. Looks like Fizz is going to get caught by that. There's still in a bit of a fight. Nori's in the lower tunnels and Fallen does not want to lose his life. Instead, lets Bolts get the extra cash in the MP9. 10 rounds to reach for Imperial. Astronauts did not get a bomb plant. Their buy is still capable of coming out here, but not as going to be as pretty as they could have.
No AWP either, and that's why Fallen only had a USP. So now he can buy the AWP. So I think that Fallen demands a lot of respect in the service still. You saw the way that he plied it within the first half of play.
Especially on that CT side.
And what they were doing when we saw them playing this map the other day, they were smoking the cross. And Fallen was playing around this to stay threatening in middle. So he goes for the jump. He sees what he can see over towards Suicide. It's going to help him piece the round together for his teammates. They lock down long, and they even get the opener. Fallen, exactly what we're talking about. Beautiful opener to grab. Starting to what could be an 11th here for Imperial.
Well,
looking better and better.
That certainly demands respect at the start of the round. That kind of shot is filth. And now, how do Party Astronauts deal with that? Into mid they go. Flash. Oh, still gets it. Fallen for the second kill of the round. DJ fending off this long aggression.
Yeah, the map is feeling small, right? Because Bolt's pushed that far. They feel like they can't go long now for the rest of the rounds, which is going to force them all up short into a mid to B potentially. But it's scary because you know that this AWP is patrolling. So what's the right answer? Well, maybe past Fur. Mid to B smoke dropped at one in exchange. Will deny the door access. They only have a smoke, a flash, and Molotov remaining here. And this is what I'm talking about. They feel that they have to go for the mid to B. DJ out after Viz.
Smoke fades away. For holding, gets information that they are crossing his way, and still loses the fight. Viz will take him out and now puts more pressure on Vinny towards the back of his B side. He's alone. He has to fend off an attack from tunnels and the window. Vinny desperately being spread thin, but still able to get away with a double. The transfer down from window to the site, and now knows exactly where Ben Lead is. The USP finishes off the job, and Vinny, the reliable, safe pair of hands towards the back of the B site.
Beautiful stuff from him. Necessary, because the bomb goes down. If he doesn't get a kill, then they can start to fortify the big bomb site. That is the opener right there from Fallen. Watch that one back again. And the second while blind, just on the timing of the peak. Beautiful stuff. But as I'm saying, if they get into the site and they kill Vinny, it's a 3-on-3 post plant in B. And we all know how difficult that site can be to retake. So great stuff from Imperial here. Inferno looking more and more likely now as Astronauts are back down to pistols, and Fallen spotted you again. The mid push coming in from Fur. He's hungry.
Oh, this is a Fur round, isn't it? He's already up top mid. Found that a DJ. He's hungry for more, and FNX finally gets involved. He's had a real slow game. Perhaps around like this, he could be let loose to have a bit more space to play with, and he will find one in the lower tunnel. It will be a kill onto Fallen. He's chunked out of that. FNX going back to pick up the AWP. Just tap it away.
Oh.
Lovely shot from Viz.
Yeah, a bit of skill on display in a round like this. That's what happens when you light purchase into the Deagles here. But 3 still to find in the timing right now for Ben. He's under the line of sight. Vinny not looking, and there was a chance. Does recover the shot to the body, and Viz, hello.
Now they're both low, chat, as well. Viz, 90 HP, a full minute left.
Oh, the long push. The timing of this from FNX.
Separates it into 1v1s.
This is crazy. This push is crazy. He's accounting for it. Oh, it was Vinny on the push, mind you.
He had a chance there.
Yeah, he did. He
really
did. And he was prepared for it as well. So not too shabby. Some lovely shots taken. Ponalone's AWP will come out. And finally a full bite. This is Ponalone's cracker onto Fallen. And a couple of steamers here from Viz as well. I'm banging it. Bang. Beautiful shooting. Well, the game at this point, there's a 5-round discrepancy here. Third tactical timeout called on the side of the Party Astronauts. It's been 4 consecutive rounds in this second half for Imperial, and they had the tail 2 rounds to get them to this point of the first half. So, with that combined, you guys can do the maths. It's 6 in total. Vinny with 21 kills. It's quite a difference in performance from that nuke game.
Very much so. Has been tested solo on that B site and passed the test. If you want to buy your tickets to PGL Antwerp 2022, you can buy your tickets now with the QR code on screen. Just scan it with your camera, your phone, or tablet, or anything you've got really. Just scan QR codes and buy your tickets. They're looking to book their tickets here, though, on the server.
Maybe your eyes if you're a Tuluxian.
I
don't know if I said that correctly. It's a June reference.
Oh, okay. I haven't actually got to see June yet.
That's all right. You're not missing a lot. Now, that's another tag for, sorry, on the cross. Vinny's copped that one. And, well, FNX fighting from the pit has taken out DJ. Jonji needs the trade, and he cannot get it. Fallen, the Guardian Angel.
Yeah, it's rough now. Party Astronauts, that was after a tactical timeout. An idea out of spawn. It's slowed. It's dealt with. Imperial now pushing forward, looking like they're in pole position to take 13 rounds. This best of 3 seems destined to finish on Inferno. Party Astronauts look to defy destiny.
I do want to get to Inferno. The more I think about it, I think it could be a lot of fun. And I'm glad that we get to go the distance here today. We only are bringing you one best of 3 today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Coming up after us, we do have Mortis and Scrawny, I believe. And Harry and Hugo are going to be over there taking off Davey and Jackie once they're done with their matchup, which is 0-0 Nation taking on 9Z. And I've been keeping tabs on that one throughout. I can let you all know, but I also, I know some people don't like the spoilers. So you can find out on your own as this round is just getting peeled apart. 2 remain, low HP for Fallen and Vindog. That's his official name.
I like it. The Vindog, not Vin Diesel, just Vindog. The Vindicator, perhaps at times as well. FNX and Fallen closing it out. And yeah, they make quick work of that. That was a gun round. It kind of felt done from the first couple of seconds.
Yeah, no plant there, unfortunately. Wait, did the bomb go down? I heard the digits getting plunged in. No, it didn't go down. Of course it didn't. Trust yourself. That's what you have to do. Believe in your gut. Trust in the heart of the cards, as our friend Yu-Gi-Oh would say. But really good work here from FNX. He does get helped out by Fallen here. I say Guardian Angel. That's positioned towards Car in that scenario. There's a couple of the what I would call these safety net positions. I think Sandbag on Vertigo when you have people playing aggressive ramp is the safety net position. Car, another one. Double nades into the B rush. Bolts lines them up, knocks them down. 3 dead in seconds.
We've seen
this
this
one's
round
done.
before. We've seen this before, chatter. Last game we've seen Bolts get the exact same play. 3 down in the tunnels through the smoke as they try and rush him. B side is closed when Bolts is around. And Bentley and DJ, they swing double into Fur, and they will get him. But again, recovery this round, impossible, really.
Yeah, it is feeling very bleak here. Great showing from Imperial. Loving what we're seeing here on Dust2. Showing us that on their home court advantage, they are one to be trifled with.
Should we just fall back here? Have noticed, Fallen is so successful in the Brazilian esports scene that he's sponsoring his own team.
Yeah, so I heard Davey talking about this yesterday. I don't know how many people are familiar, but Fallen has his own brand of gear. And he sells all the peripherals. So I guess if you wanted to check it out, you could just...
It reminds me of the UFC with Conor McGregor, advertised his own whiskey brands.
Yeah.
His fights.
I think he sold the company. Did he sell the company?
I don't know. I know he opened up a pub in Dublin.
Yes.
And he sells it there. It's like the main thing he's got going on.
I'll look into this. You take care of the important stuff.
All right, well, DJ, a 1v3. Potential here, 30 seconds. Bowman is back. Smoking great. Has a big gap for him to try and cross with. Fallen plays close. Again, there's one short as well here, so he has a lot to clear. And Fallen's pushing, wrapping around the backside. DJ taps the bomb, and that should only be his death sentence. He's trying to get the angles, but 15 seconds left. The time will start to tick on down, and DJ will be removed. Vinny removes him from the round itself, and possibly being removed from Dust2 as everybody in just a moment. 14-7. Party Astronauts the money, not looking great. And this is the start of the round. It was Bolts that just mowed them all down.
Okay, they sold the majority stake of the whiskey brand Proper 12 in roughly June of 2021 for a whopping $600 million deal.
$600 million.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad, huh? 600.
I don't know what I would do with that, to be honest, Chad.
I'd run a Counter-Strike tournament.
Just every tournament is like a $2 million prize pool, but yeah, good start here for Pwn alone.
It's a different start, isn't it? An opening kill. That's nice to see.
Yeah, it's not losing 2 players early. That's definitely a turnaround, but they have lost some control as 2 players have pushed down through the tunnels.
Yeah, well, Viz is trying to cage this upper dark aggression here, and Fallen can just stay on this line, but if they want to draw one back, he will need to start leering forward with the help of Bolts. Not too many paces remove the 2, as Viz might get a bit of a jump on the barrel. Shot definitely helps as far as information goes. AWP has been noted. Now, Party Astronauts should use this information and start skyrocketing up long. They know where the AWP is. They know exactly where it is. Vinny, Fur, close towards mid. They can change the tune. Flash comes through, pushed on back. Jonji steps out. Vinny's dead, and now this one's looking good. Party Astronauts might break their silence here on the T side.
They've still got to deal with Fur if they want to go towards short, but the long play is still ensuing. It's still coming across, and that re-smoke up prevents Fallen's vision. They are going to slip their way on by sneakily and slowly as they move towards the site. Fallen just dropping back in towards CT spawn. Fur locks out short, so they only have to deal with one avenue. And now the flank around from the long side is coming in. Pone alone is watching for the CT play. And this might open up a chance for Bolts to catch the distracted Opper. Finally gets the info. Bolts now trying to maneuver and engineer a way to get that pick as he won't find it. Over on the other side of things, Jonji down in mid. He's taken out Fallen. And for the last remaining player up on short. By process of elimination, Jonji will see it. Oh, how has he not got that?
Hopefully no one saw.
No one's seen it. There's no one watching Jonji. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, and further was intentionally looking down to make himself small and humble so you don't confuse them with mountains.
The backpack?
Yeah, never mind. It's another reference that I think maybe the people in production will get that one. That's all right. It's all right. I do bring in the boomer references. That is a Shakira song, Whenever, Wherever, and she sings a lyric, lucky that my breasts are small and humble so you don't confuse them with mountains.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. No, I do know Shakira. I do know Shakira songs, but, you know.
Whenever,
yeah,
wherever,
I know the exact song.
To be together, I'll be here and you'll be. Hopefully, my singing is not.
Can you do the dance? You're actually doing the dance moves right now.
Yeah.
You guys don't see that.
Got a bit of action in these hips.
They watched the Super Bowl halftime show with Shakira and J-Lo.
Shakira.
That was so good. That was really good.
Okay, well, a bit of life in the astronauts as the boost assembled. Mr. Pone alone. He's not home alone in the suicide position. A boost on the other side. Maybe this is why Imperial are so good with the openings, is they always seem to have a different way to help Fallen find a fight.
Yeah. It's great. Fallen, obviously, an in-game leader that ops calls for himself a lot of the time as well. That was very exciting. And so the height of SK Gaming and LG, everyone was very excited about how Fallen was able to perform in that AWP.
I think they've seen the leg.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they're going to start tapping it away. Fallen very lucky to be alive. Could have been removed that. That would have been a big opening for Astronauts to play with.
They should have had a rough idea that it was the AWP as well, so it helps as far as the mental picture goes for all this. Starting to scale up Cat. 4 players towards A, and I know I say towards A. That's because FNX is in the spawn position. The biggest omission is the B bomb site, and it's just going to be Vinny. Tasked with playing the big box right now. Long control being retaken. Blue bin Molly to flush out any rats in the system, and they will park bolts in the pit. So they are prepared for an A play, and more prepared now. Fallen, beautiful opening, continuing to be that can opener, making things so difficult for the Astronauts. And now it's a number disadvantage with 40 seconds left on the clock. Best of luck here.
I'm going to send the utility out. The Cat take the flashes, and the development of the round continues. As they drop down in towards CT, FNX is ready. Snaps the head off Bentley. Now the element of surprise is gone. The maneuver is to try and go through mid to B, but you don't have a smoke for the cross, and that's it. Down, Fallen closes, knocks him out of the round, 15 to 8 on the board. And now looking very good for Imperial to close out map 2.
Yeah, I think we can safely say this one is done. Just not enough on the T side here at all. Just one round to boast in total. A spree of 6 out the gate with the pistol conversions for the Brazilians. Lose 1, straight back into things, and back down to a busted buy. No AWP, an AK, some Galils, Mac 10, and maybe something fast. Look at this, through B they go again. Early nade on out. Not going to find them significant damage whatsoever. And it is 3 players leaning towards this side of the map anyway. So a good early read out of Imperial.
And Fallen towards long, looking down in the longhouse. Nothing being found just yet, but if that position is alleviated from Car, it will be the pick for Fallen, and truly the opening. We always have to keep eyes on this B play for Astronauts. Deep smoke at the end of the tunnel can often open up a chance to play contact through it and just try and make your way through that. So Bolts is hanging around on the other side, making sure that they don't come through that smoke and don't make that exact play. 55 seconds as we go under a minute left now.
Mid to B smoke there from DJ.
It's the only option available now. Fur.
Huge gap.
Yeah, he's just on the other side of the smoke. This is not the way you want this one to go. You've lost the mid prong really to this approach, and now you have to rely on everything being perfect as you come out of the tunnels. Vinny blinded, missed shot, bolts in from Car, actually cleared out. Ben lead and Viz, a couple of picks between them, and they're into the B site now. 4 versus 3.
do you give this a crack? You don't have to, right? If this was top-tier European Counter-Strike right now, and Imperial were one of those teams, they would save. They would definitely save. What they would do is they'd look for some exits, and, well, that appears to be the call here. You can see that the cash in the bank balance, not fantastic. Bolts will have enough. Oh, and FNX doing some of that damage. So as long as they can make sure not too many of these Party Astronaut players survive, they are trying to batten down the hatches. It's going to be good going forward, right? You know, you just need one more. Just one more. Whereas Party Astronauts now up to 9 requires 6 consecutive rounds.
Just to get overtime.
Yeah. But, yeah, if you're viewing and you're in North America right now, maybe you're in South America, maybe you're in Europe. Actually, maybe you're anywhere in the world. It doesn't even matter. You're enjoying the games. You're watching the Counter-Strike. Let us know. Get active. Be on the socials. Have a chit-chat. We like the stimulation over here in the caster booth. Helps us during the technical timeouts.
Yeah, the weird and wonderful things of the internet that can be brought to our attention. Give us some facts. I like facts. Give me something interesting.
Yeah, we can also do the fact-checking against Dinko. He knows everything.
Not everything. I know probably an average amount about niche topics that people don't really know about.
In my opinion, Dinko knows everything. So if that counts for anything. All right, let's get a little bit serious for a second. I don't really expect this game to be extended for too much longer, but let's paint a picture here. If Party Astronauts win this round and they obliterate Imperial, they're able to expunge all the weapons and make sure that nothing is carried on forward. The loss bonus going into the next round of play will only be 1900. The score then should read 15-11. The guns will come back out. Party Astronauts win again. Then at that juncture for the game, it very much could become an all-30 or a 29-round game where this one may head to overtime. But it needs to start right here, right now. 4 players towards A, battening down the hatches, deep nade.
And now the rifle of falling commits to the angle and gets away with 2. Finally treaded out by Ben Leet. Back to a 3v3 yet again. And the pressure continues towards A long. But
first pushing here.
Yeah, 2
Flash
players.
is coming.
And it's going to be setting 4 up for the swing. Now he goes into the fight but loses it. And now Finney's missed shot. They know exactly where that AWP is playing from.
They're tucked into pit. They mollied him out. They want him to fight, and he does. Pwn will get the kill. Vinny down. Just Bolts, the last man standing.
Now
Does he want to give this one a go?
Yeah, well, the money's gone if they lose this round, of course. So Bolts, he's into the mix. He's got the rifle in hand. A player that certainly is capable of winning clutches of this magnitude. But Astronauts are not going to let slip. They're not going to make the mistakes. They're not going to overextend. They're so disciplined. Still waiting towards long. They know they just have under a minute left to play with.
Bolts has put himself in the right place to deal with this. What a heroic clutch it would be. His position should be noted now. Incendiary drop. They're sticking to their guns. 45 seconds. We know where you are, but we want to take the fight. 2 smokes on the cross, a nade. It's early. It's not going to do any damage whatsoever. They still have so much utility. Flashes, smokes, mollies, everything they need right now. Astronauts, this would be a calamity if you lose it.
Surely they don't drop the ball here. Bolts remollied further back. 24 seconds left. A bomb happily goes down now.
Okay, well, a sigh of relief can be felt for a moment. As mentioned, the loss bonus into the next is going to be very, very light on. So Bolts retaining this rifle will mean a lot in terms of how competitive Imperial can be. But 10 now secured. Party Astronauts into the double digits. Only 5 more now. Starting to smell overtime. Touching distance. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard. They're going to have to throw a lot of different looks their way. But also keep in mind that getting the AWP in the hands of Fallen to find these opening picks has been another instrument the Imperial have been using. So that might not happen for an extra round or 2 here. Bomb will detonate. Round will be posted. And now it's just about going through the paces for both teams here. For Imperial, it's about just knowing you just need 1. You still have 5 more opportunities to do so. Don't get ahead of yourself. Minimize your mistakes. Allow them to come to you. It is the T side here on Dust2. They have to take the risk. They have to take the plays. Bolts with the saved M4 has 3.3 left over. Next round, he could be the man to drop the AWP. And speaking of AWPs, Pwn alone boosted up. Spots out towards mid. Sees absolutely nothing, tinkering on down towards the lower tunnels. Bolts' M4 positioned aggressively on catwalk here. A pivotal position in the map. Will get fights top mid, lower dark. And can even flex to help out that long play if required. Fur playing for info over the top. A couple of jumps and doesn't see a whole lot. It's going to be 3 pistols on B. FNX to spot out long. And Bolts ready to cause havoc over towards middle.
couple of rounds have been lost to the Pistols so far. The way it would close would be almost a dark, poetic finish. So Astronauts want to make sure they just take their time. Burned nearly a minute now on this clock.
Yeah, the mid to B call would be one of the hardest to deal with, right? I know it's mainly USPs in the play here. We will see the hinge smoke come on through, so it does normally tell a story of short control. But we're at the 49-second mark, and they haven't taken any space until now. Flashback. If Bolts can get a kill here or show the rifle, it might force them into B, Dinko. They've shown the rifle. They know where it is.
Yeah, now does that affect the call here for the end of the round for Party Astronauts? They're still charging towards this for 29 seconds. Feel comfortable now having to barrel into Bolts' rifle. 20 seconds. Smokes go up towards short. Rotation starting to come back again. It's just a pistol, so Bolts needs to do a lot, and they take him out immediately.
Passive stuff. They took their time. They allowed the game to just play on out there, and they hit the essential shot. The difference makers. Very possible if Viz goes down first, the frags could keep on coming through, but this just changes the tide of the round. 11 to be secured, and DJ, don't give away an AK here, my friend. Grabs one on the spin, gets the second onto Fallen. See you later. Everybody denied on the way out the door, and Jonji shots through the smoke, doesn't want anything that Vinny has to offer, catches him on the jump on up to call that out, drops into spawn. FNX gets a kill, but remember, the round is converted here.
But an AK.
Yeah, it'll blow that way, won't it, with the bomb?
So might be able to pick that up on the way out the door. See how they can recover it here.
They should be able to get away with this, right? Vinny has to drop back. FNX on 2 HP. Really wants this AK, and he does get it. So it's worth it. Worth it in the end. Their buy's going to be fine here. Bolts, with that extra cash I mentioned, can drop the AWP to Fallen. So I thought it might have been an extra round or two, but the fact that Bolts had so much residual cash here really helps out the Imperial buy. A kit for FNX. The saved AK means he can get a full bag of utility. The same can be said for Fallen because of the donated AWP. But this is it. Can Imperial stop the push, stop the comeback? Can they deny Astronauts as they're getting this started? Deep incendiary to Top Cat. Denying any fast mid plays towards upper tunnels will be Viz. 2 in Suicide as they begin to push on down, and the rotation back. It is a different setup from Imperial now. They're not contesting long. They're allowing the AWP of Fallen to play from top site, which means short control is something they need to retain here. If FNX gets pushed off this ledge, it will put so much pressure on the AWPer. Slow again. I think one of the conversations for the Astronauts must have been, let's not give away an opening kill here. Let's make sure that we're able to contain this. Now, they'll flash out long here off of Jonji. They'll get this for free. But how diligent will they be on the flashes towards top A to get Pwn into pit? Fallen aggressive. Fallen aggressive. Thinking about it, flirting with it. Thinks better. 55 seconds as pressure now being felt. Corner smoke, beautiful.
Now Pwn gets in position at pit. Gives him a sight line up towards A.
Time again here, Dinko. They're happy to let this clock whittle down.
A lot of time has been drawn out now. 35 seconds. Furs over here with Fallen. This FF combo being incredible at shutting down rounds, and they look to do it again. This would be for the map. This would be to send us to 3. Furs trying to do some damage on the cross. Bomb now down. Fallen with the initial pick, and it's all crumbling at the wayside here for Party Astronauts. Just Pwn alone, diving in with 9 seconds.
Push.
Teammate beside him.
They gotta plant.
They have to plant right now, and they will have the time. Suddenly a chance now. Thrusted out of nowhere. Pwn alone placing Goose. DJ committed to the site in front of him.
There's a late long flank.
Pwn alone is aware. You can see just tentatively approaching it. Now DJ goes proactive into the short fight, wanting to draw the kill back. He will go down, and now Pwn alone. The clutch alone, perhaps antagonized by desperation. He might pull off this clutch. Oh! It's nearly the flick up to the right side, but Bolt's headshot will land right between the eyes, and map 3 will be needed to see which team is heading to the major.
Oh, it got close there, didn't it? The bomb getting dropped on the cross. So much damage done. The clock coming back to haunt them, but great stuff from Imperial. Held their nerve, were able to convert that one on their map choice. It was a close game. They don't look happy. They're content with this. They know there's one more map. Job still not done. Inferno for both teams waits in the wings, but it's great to see a competitive series here. Both teams throwing a lot on the line, and the emotional side of this is going to play in. 16 rounds separating one of these teams between the major or a 2-2 bottom of